Hello, welcome to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. So today, I've mentioned the project a few times in the past. We're talking about We Love Arse. And I know with a British accent, it doesn't ever sound as good as it does with an American accent. So I do apologize for that. We Love Ass is
Well,
far
we've
better.
got English and country, so it's fine. We'll make it
I
work.
like country though. That's a nice accent. Mine's a bit shit, so it's not so good. So we're joined by Lindsay today, who is like basically taking the lead on We Love Arse. And I think that there's been it's been a journey. I think everyone can kind of appreciate that. So Lindsay, welcome. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
No, I really appreciate your time. So, yeah, if you could give us an overview. So go from the point of when like We Love Us. I know how bad I say that. Started to like where you got involved. So like from that point to the bit where there may have been like a CTO. So if we can talk about that bit first, and then we'll look into how
So,
things.
from what I've learned, I haven't really got a full story of what actually occurred from the original dev, but I know they created it and very quickly ran it up and then basically rugged it. And then a group of probably 8 to 10 whales created a CTO group, including my husband, who actually is the one who got me in crypto. And we connected with the CTO whales and just nobody else was doing anything with it. So we kind of picked it up and created a little group and ran with it. And that was in December. So I've been running socials and pushing ass since December.
This is the thing as well, because one thing that, like I said to you privately before as well, that I really admire about you is your tenacity. You're not letting it go. You're trying your best and you keep pushing, and you're doing a lot of things within the space. Which I
It's a
think
cool project. It has an awesome ticker. I mean, you can't go wrong
exactly
with
that.
it.
Exactly that. So, I mean, this is the website itself. So we'll have a look at the website. So the website, I believe, are you looking to like revamp this, make it a bit?
I have a new one that is minutes and days from being released. I'm putting the final touches on it. So this one is going to be just a kind of a secondary landing page. And then we're going to push all the traffic to the new one because we're going to have the community wallet on there. We'll have the Shopify link on there. It'll basically be a one-stop shop for everything ass.
Everything art. I love it. So that's good though. So it looks like that there's obviously a plan in place to like make the website um, different, maybe better, maybe like more focused around what you're trying to do. This is the X page. Um, Talk us through that. So what are you actively doing in terms of marketing, things like that? Because obviously I know that. And again, before anyone asks, this is not a paid thing. I just generally am interested in the project. I'm interested in what you're doing.
X
Um,
is very interesting. They send me things all the time to become a premium page and do all the things, but then they won't approve it. So it's a very slippery slope with Twitter, but I continue to post my content and they don't take it down. So that's kind of what I'm doing with Twitter. That's
well,
that's
yeah,
where
that's
we're at
really
with
good.
Twitter. I've sent customer service. I've done all the things, but I can't seem to get anywhere with it. So I've just kind of just kept posting religiously and I'm not sure how they work at Twitter. I can't answer that. I was hoping maybe you had some insight on how they worked at Twitter.
Well, I know a little bit how they work at YouTube in terms of like algorithms and stuff like that, but not obviously to the point where I've not got a million subscribers. I've got like nearly 5,400, but I know that even YouTube don't like anything that may be considered slightly adult
The
themed.
not safe for work stuff does not. I've been banned from YouTube twice, and I've kept it discreet on YouTube. I mean, you've seen my content. Some of it is, on X, I get a little more. It's not anything that's like, oh my God. But, it's bathing girls in bathing suits with their ass out. I mean, it is what it is. But there's a couple of them that just do not like it at all.
Yeah, I mean, I find it strange because if you look at like most like rap videos, things like that, the content in those videos tend to be a lot more risque than
I
necessarily
know.
what this is doing. So it just seems a bit weird that they're kind of clamping down on that. I mean, I understand. Like, I mean, I've spoken to a few adult creators on YouTube. I've interviewed a few, and we've had good chats about different adult crypto projects and things like that in the past. But it is always running that risk of them not monetizing that particular video and stuff like that, which is fine. Like, I don't
Line.
mind if you want to do
You're
that, but it just seems a bit odd that you can do certain things, but then not others, and it just seems strange.
I know. I see some things and I'm like, they really allow that? And then I can't. Okay. it's no bottoms compared to the girls in bottoms that it's amazing the content that they choose to allow sometimes. But I just keep posting and hope the algorithm lets it fly next time. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't.
Well, one day I'm sure it will. So, with regards to the down the marketing kind of route, obviously there's a lot of there's hundreds of thousands of different like OF creators, things like that, who might be interested in kind of maybe even just wearing a bikini or some kind of thing with the logo on that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you looked into that? Is that something that you're looking into? Because I've spoken to a few people who I know within my like kind of circle who may be able to do something with regards to that. Have you looked
Yes,
into
summer
yourself?
2025 bikinis will be coming out. I already have them picked out on order, so they will be shipped. Probably the middle of April is when those will come to me because I want to check them and feel them before I sell them, because sometimes they're cheap and see-through and not worth the money you pay for them. So I want to get them and feel them and make sure they're good quality before I release them. They're a little different than a t-shirt.
Yeah, I like that about you because I think this is the good thing about it. So you're not just looking to kind of pump and dump a coin like previous devs have done and things like that in the past. You actually want to make something happen with this project. And I think that's what I really like about it. Like I've said before, you're so hard working. I mean, you do have a merch store. Like I'll bring that up on the screen now. So yeah, talk us through this. Like what's the thoughts behind the merch store?
So we did a community contest and let the people, basically our 6,000 Telegram group members, decide what they wanted to release first. Some of them suggested different items. We had the ones with the artwork, the peaches. One of our guys did those. So we just kind of took a different mix of community things and then things that, sell on a regular basis, and threw us the Shopify store together. And all the Shopify proceeds go back into the token and for listings, marketing, collabs when we get to that point. So all of the proceeds go back into the actual token from the Shopify.
See, that's good. So you're literally, with regards to the revenue that would be made through the merchandise store, is that like, because do you have like a marketing budget at the minute, or is it just a case of
we're community driven at this point? So we go with whatever we have money for at the moment, which it's hard to get a large group of people all over the world to pay attention all at the same time. So it's a slow burn, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing though.
Community wallet.
Do that, don't they?
There just wasn't a lot of organization. There was a lot of people with ideas. There just wasn't anybody funneling all that into one spot. So I think we're getting there.
I think you absolutely are. I think you're doing like an incredible job, like I've said before. So the idea is behind the merchandise then, obviously that when that sells, that's gonna so certain percent of that will go into like a marketing budget, another percent will go into maybe buy back and burn, things like that. Is that kind of where you're looking?
We'll take a vote on the final. The whale group votes on everything that we do. So we'll post it in the group and take a vote on it, and then we'll divvy it out however everybody votes on. We do everything kind of as a community. So no one person makes all the decisions. We do it as a group. So it's a good mix of me and really good guys. There's no other girls, but that's fine. I'll hold it down for the girls. But yeah, it's a good group. So that's kind of how we did that. We just voted. We vote on everything. So if it's something, a future plan, look in the Telegram, and more than likely there'll be a post. Vote on it.
See, I think that's really good, though. That is really good. I mean, you probably won't be the only girl eventually. I think that more and more will come.
There's a few in the chat I see dribbling in now, but
yeah,
we'll get there.
It'll happen. But it's good though that it is so community focused, because I think a lot of people, like I said before, things that go on and do these like ridiculous spikes and they crash straight away. A lot of it's down to the fact that they don't really engage the community enough, and I think that what you're doing, particularly in Telegram and things like that, it's interesting to see, because everyone has like a voice, and it doesn't matter how many tokens that people hold, they've all got like an equal say in things, which I think is interesting. And the fact that you're obviously, I mean, like I've said, you are working so hard. You've got these things out. You've come from having, what essentially was a devastating event in crypto when something rugs, to be able to kind of,
and one Twitter page.
Yeah, and one Twitter page, but to breathe life back into it. It obviously is massive. So you've also, well, have a look. I think the price has gone up today, by the way. I think it's
Yes,
like
we've
54%
had a good couple of days, so
Yeah,
fingers crossed. We're doing good. Better.
that's good news. That's good to see. I think that
Better. I like the
more and more
green.
people I think will get involved with it. I think
They
it's
will.
just it's so new in terms of like because obviously and don't forget as well that we're at a stage right now where there are
Ooh.
countries rug pulling things at the minute. So you've got like that whole thing that happened in Argentina. You've got all these different
Oh, I know. I
exactly
participated in the T-shirt of pestering Dave Portnoy on Twitter, so that was
yeah
fun.
another one yeah.
Yeah,
So it's happening so often lately at the minute. I think people
it's
in
crazy.
general I think are tired at the minute.
It's
You know
yeah, that seemed to be the sentiment. It
yeah
was either he's doing this on purpose or he's a genius, was what I was gathering on Twitter. So it
yeah
goes one way or the other. But crypto as a whole is so new anyway that I would much rather be a slow burn than a rocket exploding in the sky and then just being stagnant. So I'm working on the slow build.
yeah, and I think that's probably the right way to go because like there is a lot of this stuff at the minute, especially across the meme coin space. People are tired. They've been rugged that many times that people are just finding it like to the point where they just don't want to seem to even think about investing at the moment.
And the
Like
amount of
that,
coins that are created on a daily basis is just like, what?
yeah,
It's a massive amount. I think it's like 50,000 or something when I saw the other day. It's a
yeah, for the
crazy.
day, which is crazy. It's
I
absolutely
know.
crazy. But I think there's a lot more to this. So I mean, I done a video the other day saying like, "Are meme coins killing crypto?" Like, and the result was, I don't think it is. What I think is happening is that things like Pump.Fun and things like that that are launching these coins left, right, and center. Because obviously there's no regulation within crypto and anything can happen. But I just feel as though people are so almost to the point where they just don't care anymore. They're like, I can't invest in the next one because it just keeps rugging, keeps rugging, keeps rugging. And eventually people
It's
are
like going to the casino and losing every time. Eventually you stop going.
yeah. Either you stop going or then you
Or you
maybe
go to
go in bed.
Gambling Anonymous. One of the two.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is like a safe space for anyone who's had these problems.
Right.
But it is interesting, and I think I personally think this will do really well. And I speak about certain meme coins occasionally on the channel, but the one thing that stood out for me about this particular project is the fact that you are like trying to do so much, and you are trying to work really hard, and you buy into a team as well as you do a community, as well as you do a token. So a lot of the time, I think this community is really good. It's fledgling, but it's growing, and what you're doing is absolutely amazing. Like, so what kind of where are you about to going next? Like, what are your next steps? Because you've got a song, right, as well.
Yes, we have a song out on Apple Music and Spotify. It's basically on all the platforms called We Love Ass. And then I am currently working on a collab with another coin, not safe for work coin, that I'm in the works of working something out with that too. So I'm not sure what that looks like yet, but that is on the way.
That's good. That's good. So with regards to the song, I'll try and edit it in and put
Okay.
it in here.
I can send it to you in a link.
Yeah, if you want to send it to me, that's great. I don't know will I get copyright for that? Will it hit me?
No, it's my song. I made it.
All right. So no one's going to like go, oh no, you can't have that, because I know a lot of the time if I've done something in the past, there's been a claim on it. So I'll definitely put it in then if you want.
Nope, it's all me.
Do you sing the song, dear?
No, I don't. But I do DJ and music production when I'm not marketing ass. So I have music on Apple and Spotify. So I figured one day I was just fiddling around and made We Love Ass, and it sounded really good. So I thought, well, we might as well release it.
It does sound good. It does sound good. I'll definitely get it into the video.
I saw the charts, it's flying high. Bought the dip, now touch the sky. Memes are strong, the vibe is right. We ride together all damn night. Hands up, we're sending it. Zero doubt, we're betting big. One way trip, we can't come down. We love ass, say it loud. To the moon, we love ass. Diamond hands, never cash. Ain't no rug, no look.
The way you say ass is far better than the way I say it. I think everyone can agree with that. Right?
Yes, I got a couple of friends that get really into it.
I need to start learning how to say ass more often.
We have some friends in Pennsylvania, and they always make me talk when we go see them. They're like, say 10. I'm like, it's 10. Talk totally different. It's great. Say everything different.
Yeah, so you like in the south of America, I take it.
Yeah, I'm in Arkansas.
Arkansas. That's like Bill Clinton territory, right? Is that way?
Good old Clinton territory. Clinton and Sam Walton. We got Walmart and Bill.
So other than the song and stuff, then what's your next steps then? What are we expecting to see over the next maybe 6 months?
So we are hoping to, of course, add more X and Telegram followers and just pump it as much as we can with any and everything anyone will allow us to do.
Yeah, I think that's important. I hope that you get obviously a lot more opportunities to do AMAs and to go on to like, bigger platforms and things like that, because I think you deserve the opportunity to do that. Purely, like I said before, how hard you're working. Obviously, with regards to merchandise, there's going to be bikinis coming and things like that.
Men's and women's. So
men's bikinis, do they exist?
They do. Oh, they do. They do. Prepare yourself before you Google that, because it is something that I was not prepared for.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to model them for you.
So many. Oh, one of our guys has already agreed. He's already agreed to be my model, so we're good there. I've already got that checked off.
You've got that sorted out. That's good.
Got it done.
So, you're on Solana. Is there any plans to maybe bridge as well? Try and look at different chains, or are you going to stick with Solana? Or?
So we have been talking about that. We have an artist he's an NFT artist that we've been talking to as well, who is actually currently on a different chain. So we're talking to a developer to try to figure out how to bridge those two to try to make it work. So once we get that figured out, that answer probably is yes. We want to try to figure out how complicated and time consuming and costly all that is before we just start throwing out the things that we're going to do.
Yeah, I understand that.
That is the next step, is trying to figure out how to merge his NFTs with our platform on Solana, or adding a contract on his chain as well.
No, it sounds good. Have you got plans for yourself to have I feel really conscious saying ask right now, but do you ever have you got things that you want to do in terms of your own NFTs? Is there a platform that you could maybe go to that route with Ars NFTs?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously as well, it's the not safe for work stuff definitely has a place within crypto. I don't think it's as used as enough as it can be, and I think there's definitely an avenue for it. There's definitely a market for it, because it's also that element of the anonymity side of things.
Mm-hmm.
People like to do these kind of things, but like to do it anonymously and things like that, whereas crypto gives you that opportunity. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how you develop and how you grow.
I don't like the anonymous thing. The anonymous thing is the thing that makes me nervous. So I like having a face on things, because it just makes it feel better. I mean, just in general, who you're talking to, who you're dealing with. It makes it different.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with that from the point of being like the head of a platform and things like that. What I'm saying is users tend to want to be more anonymous as opposed to creators. Obviously, creators, it's important to put people's faces on it, but people who use things that are not safe for work tend to have that element of fear, and they like to remain anonymous. Like people who subscribe to OF and things like that, they like to do it if they could do it through
personal email.
Yeah, this is the thing. If they could do it through kind of like a crypto payment rather than paying it out their bank, their wives not going to show them. Like that kind of thing.
Correct.
Yeah. So, but no, it is a really interesting concept. So, going forward, then you've got maybe, I'd say probably 6 to potentially 12 months left if you go on the long scale of a bull run. Where do you see us going in that time? Do you think it'll be I'm
going to work as hard as I possibly can to make it go as high as it possibly can. So, and then as soon as it gets warm, it's cold where I am now. And it goes from, right now it's about 27 outside, and next Wednesday it'll be 70. So we have great weather here. Not really. But as soon as summer really gets here in May and June, I'm really going to have a big push, because I'll be able to pass out bikinis. I can do marketing video. I mean, it'll be a whole new world with the sun out, less clothes and more opportunities.
That's good. So I mean, there's no financial advice on the channel, anything like that. We don't do that. I'm sure you're the same, but it's like a case of well, things are not so good in the meme space or in the crypto space in general. To be fair, it's not just memes. Now would be a good time to be kind of accumulating for those potential spikes and things like that we have along the way.
Mhm.
After, so how long do you want to kind of go on with this? Do you think that this could be over multiple cycles?
I mean, long term, I'm here for as long as they'll let me do it. So, I mean, as long as people are buying, I'm here to stay.
Which is good.
Crypto is the future. I mean, let's be real. As far as the way the world is going, I mean, so as long as crypto's here, I'm here. Ass is here.
I love that. It is. You are right, though. It is the future. Crypto is definitely the future, and I think that anyone who kind of tries to go against that is ultimately left behind in the long run, which is a shame.
It's like the people that used to scream about the internet being evil. It's like, no, it's moving along.
Yeah, it's a new tool, isn't it? It's progress essentially. Hopefully, with centralization stuff as well, it makes it more acceptable or more accessible for everyday people and not just the elites. Like the financial system currently is mainly geared around the elites of the world, and it doesn't really filter through to the everyday people. Whereas crypto has still got an opportunity to be able to filter through to everyday people as well, which I think is important.
You can make your money work for you in DeFi. There's so many different liquidity pools, and there's so many different avenues to make money in crypto now. It's mind-boggling, really.
Oh, 100%. How do you feel? Because I've spoken to, like I said, I've spoken to a few OF creators and things like that in the past who are into Web3. For yourself, I think there's probably not as many women in Web3 as there perhaps should be. I think that number's increasing, but do you think that there's some way of getting more and more females into Web3? Because it seems to be like dominated initially by quite a crypto bro type atmosphere.
I think there is. I mean, eventually, there's more women engineers now than there's ever been in the history. So, I mean, I think girls in general are coming around to the idea of, hey, I can do that too. I mean, it's accessible to anybody. I mean, my 70-year-old mother-in-law knows about crypto. So, I mean, anybody can do it. Girls can do it. Anybody. 14-year-old boys. I mean, my little boy does it all the time. I mean, he's not even 18 yet. He knows about crypto and liquidity pools and all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, I think it's definitely something that girls should definitely get into and look at.
Yeah, 100%. Like, if I was 20 years old again and crypto was brand new then, I think that would have been a whole different world.
I know. Definitely be a different world for sure.
So, yeah, with regards to crypto, so you've obviously got plans to build and keep building, and it's multi-cycle. Hopefully, things go well.
Fingers crossed.
Is there anything within that you want the audience to know that hasn't been revealed anywhere yet? Is there anything you want to?
I mean, I try to roll everything out as it happens. So, I mean, just check our Telegram. Come hang out on the Telegram. It's a good time on our Telegram. We have fun.
I do like Telegram. And also, if anyone's watching and wants to see lots of pictures of different females' asses, then the Telegram is definitely a place to go for that as well.
It's a fun time, and it's a good time in there.
It is, and the community is good though. There's a lot of engagement now. It's definitely building. I can see it building.
We've added a lot of people on Twitter and Telegram this last week, so yeah, it's definitely bumping. And IG as well. The IG's got almost 700 followers on it now. So, and that's like the fourth thing that I post on because they banned me and put me in Instagram jail so many times. But somehow I've managed to appeal it, get back, and still have 700 followers. So everything's growing. It's good.
No, you are doing really well with regards to that, because it must be painful sometimes when you're kind of banging your head against a brick wall against these different algorithms and different kind of regulatory kind of systems where you're trying to
appealing to no one. There's no one there. It's a computer, because most of the time they go, "Oh, our bad. You can have it back."
That's exactly it. You're kind of shouting into a void, and it's hard because you feel like no one's listening, right?
Oh yeah, the customer service at Twitter beats all I've ever dealt with, though. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it must be a battle for you, but you are winning that battle, which is good.
I'm trying to. I refuse to give up. So
I've noticed. I think I know that about you now. Yeah. Which is good. It's a good thing.
it is. It's a blessing and a curse for sure. For sure. Yeah.
I think it's more of a blessing than a curse. I think it's good because ultimately the one who doesn't lay down will eventually succeed. I think
That's true.
so. This is
I've always been a hard head.
personal X, or
Do I?
your at least your company X. This one here on the screen. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, that's me. That's my personal one.
Yeah. So I mean, I'd encourage everyone to obviously give you a follow as well, right?
Yes, that one needs some work too. I spend most of my time on the other one, so that one doesn't get a lot of attention, but it's there as well.
Yeah. So the other one is this one, right?
Yes, that's the main one.
Yeah. So obviously, again, encourage everyone to go and follow that. In terms of like tokenomics and things, because people always ask the question about tokenomics. I've been doing super videos recently, which is a layer one blockchain where people are concerned about the tokenomics, which I'm going to address in a different video. It's a different project, but with regards to us, is the previous dev completely out of his tokens now? Has he got a small amount? Do you know any of the allocation situation?
I'm not 100%. I think the original dev basically sold out all of his tokens when they wrote it, and then the remaining whales that still owned the basically large portion of it picked it up and carried it on. So I'm fairly certain he sold all his out when they wrote it, because it was only up to like 200 grand when they pulled all their money out.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, I've seen rug pulls in the past, but they seem to have done it really low. Do you know what I mean? It could have gone so much bigger than that. So it seems like they jumped the gun a bit early. You know,
it was a month, like 30. They gave it 30 days. I don't know. I'll take it though.
Yeah, no. Well, this is the good thing.
We will take it, make it work.
100%. This is a good thing. So like taking something from like the ashes, like a phoenix, and it's like rising from that. And I think that's the most important thing. And I think obviously you're a massive proponent behind that. And I think, like I've said before, what you've done, I think is really admirable. I like the fact that you've built what you've built, because essentially you're doing a lot of this by yourself. You've got obviously a few people around you that are helping, but ultimately you are putting in numerous hours. What is your day like at the minute? What is your day-to-day life like?
It's content filled. I spend most of my days making content, thinking about content. And then when I'm not making content for ass, I'm thinking about music. So it's basically ass and music all day in my world.
Well, two things we can all enjoy, I guess.
I know. Musical ass. I'm not mad at it.
Musical ass might be slightly different. Someone's had too many beans, perhaps, but
depends on the day.
No, that's great. So, I mean, like, is there anything you want to add? I mean, we've done maybe like 27 minutes, and I think it's really.
No, I think we've covered almost. I mean, I think we've got it all out there. We've bared our ass. We're good.
We've bared our ass. We certainly have.
We've covered, and there's so many puns for ass. I love it. They're
true.
never ending. No, I think we covered everything I wanted to talk about, so we're good.
Well, I'm from Liverpool in the UK, like where the Beatles are from, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a saying in Liverpool that if someone's annoyed about something, they've seen their ass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like there's so many different
showed
puns.
Their ass here.
It showed their ass, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's funny how that works. It's like
I know. It's totally different.
Yeah. No, it's good.
What do y'all call rubber boots? Isn't
Sorry?
it like rubber boots that you put on? I know isn't it like Wethingtons or something?
In England, Wellington boots.
That's it. I had a lady that her husband was stationed in England for a year, and she was telling me all the difference. And I thought that was so different, how we call them rubber boots and y'all call them something so fancy.
I think they're named after like a Duke of Wellington or something, but we call them wellies often. So like to shorten it, it's normally wellies.
How funny.
Yeah, it is. There's so many different things. It's like America, they like say trunk and we call it a boot. There's so many different things that are different.
I know, it is weird. It's like, where did those come from? How did we get here?
They must originate from somewhere though, right? They must be something.
Just a melting pot of different weird languages somebody threw together, I'm sure.
Yeah, but at least we managed to communicate to a certain extent.
We got it.
Yeah, we don't lose too much. There's not too much lost in translation.
My mom's from Louisiana. She grew up in Creole country, so I'm used to hearing South Louisiana people talk, and that is a completely different language.
Is that slightly more Southern again, or?
Well, it's like a French Creole. Well, Google it. It's very interesting. Like if you haven't grown up with it, you're not going to understand it. It is the most interesting thing I've ever heard. They're fun people, but you can hardly understand them if you don't know what they're saying. You haven't been there.
I'm sure that. Well, this is the thing. My accent's quite generic now, but when I had a really Scouse accent, a lot of people would not understand what I was saying, which is like a very Liverpudlian based accent. Whereas now it's kind of generic because I've moved about.
Mm-hmm. I've had to slow down how fast I talk over the years. We owned a home care company a long time ago, and I would go do the intakes, and they would say, "You're going to have to slow down." Okay, so I've had to slow the way I speak down over the years because apparently I used to rattle it off way too fast for people.
Well, no, I think that everyone listening has definitely understood everything you've said, and hopefully they've understood everything I've said as well, because I know that the vast majority, 30% of my audience is in the US. So,
well, somebody's understanding you then.
Hey?
I don't have any trouble, so apparently everybody else is good if 30% of your audience is over here.
Yeah, so I think we're doing okay. We're doing okay. So is there anything else you want to add? Anything you want to say at all?
No, not at all. Come like our page, go buy some ass, and thanks for having me.
No, not a problem at all. So yeah, as I said before, just go and do all the good stuff. Like this video, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff for me, but also for us, go and check out their exes, all that kind of stuff, and make sure that you follow them along with their journey, because I think
we have all the things. We have the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube when they let us keep it. We always have Twitter and Telegram though, so you can always find us on those two places.
Well, actually, send me over all that, because I'll put a link in the description so everyone can go and click on whatever their preferred choice of medium is, because and I'll definitely put it in the description so people can go.
Everybody has a preference, so that's why we have one of everything.
That's the thing. You're doing better than me. I've only got X and YouTube, and I don't even have time for X, so I'm really struggling with that. But yeah,
I know, and none of them like the same content. You gotta keep it mixed up to keep everything happy. It's fun.
But you're definitely very social media savvy by the looks of things. So I really do appreciate your time. Lindsay, thank you very much.
Thank you. I will talk to you later.
We'll definitely speak soon. Take care. Goodbye.
Awesome. Bye.